Hello, everyone. I'm going to give everybody a second to come on. It's Valentine's Day. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? I don't do these streams very often, so hi, Libby. Hello, beautiful. So I'm coming on today live for Valentine's Day because I wanted to send my love to everybody, number one, but I wanted to do something different because it is Valentine's. So what we're going to do is I prepared everything that I wanted to talk about all together, and then I'm just going to go over everything. However, I won't be able to see all the screens at one time because I have quite a few screens, but I wanted to come on and do something just a little different because we don't get to do this very often. And the hubby's like, you should just go live today. And so I decided I'm going to come on and do that. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Brian. Hi, everybody. So let's just jump right into everything that we're going to go over. Hi, Rob. And I'm going to keep going back between our data and the live. So bear with me if I don't see your comments right away. I'm going to try to go back and forth. Okay, so I want to welcome everybody back to Newsroom. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East U.S. entertainment news here on YouTube. I air on Fridays, bringing you the latest on reforms and economics of Iraq based on reports put out by the Middle East news media outlets. I do this weekly review and it's based off my interest. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Last week, we talked about unlocking prosperities, training programs for currency strength, digital finance, financial integrity, and cross-border payments. Taif Sami on financial reforms, decreasing external debt and salary resolutions, economic growth through strategic partnerships, real estate reform, and NATO's advisory support. So let's take a look at this week's headlines. Okay, and I'm just going to X them out as I go through them all. Let's see here. Happy Valentine's Day, Firecracker. I love that name. Okay, let's drag some of these screens over here. Let's see if I can open this screen up bigger so I can see everybody here. Let's open these all up. And I'm going to figure out how I share my screen like some other YouTubers. They share their screen. I'm still trying to learn how to do all that. So, hi. Okay, and anybody that doesn't want to see this part of the live, they can always go back. I will upload a video where it's not doing all the talking. We're just doing the news only. So that'll post later today for those who are like, oh, you came on and you didn't talk right away and you talked for blah. So we'll put one up for those people that don't have the time to sit and hear us talk today. But for the most part, we're just going to hang out and we're going to go through the news this week. There hasn't been a whole lot of news, but there's been enough that we can go over and have a great show. So let's get started. Okay, so the Prime Minister, Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, received Friday, which is today, at his residence in Munich, the commander of NATO's Joint Force Commander, Admiral Stuart Minch. During the meeting, they discussed strengthening bilateral cooperations with NATO. So, but basically today, the Prime Minister al-Sudani met with NATO Joint Forces Commander, and they discussed strengthening bilateral cooperations in training, intelligence, coordination, and logistical support. They discussed combating terrorism and developing Iraqi security forces. So that's what that meeting was about. Let me keep looking back here. Yes, I'm drinking green tea today. I'm drinking green tea every day right now. For those that don't know, I have some problems with my kidneys, and so, but I've been fighting this fight for a very, very, very long time. If anybody in the audience has kidney problems, let me know, because I struggle with that. I've been struggling with it for a long time, so I've been pushing a lot of green tea. And honey and turmeric and honey and cayenne pepper. And yeah, so I'm trying to feed my kidneys with lots of fruits and vegetables and green drinks. And I'm trying to do things the healthy, natural way. Yeah. Oh, Jenny, you're from Ohio. I didn't see that before. Hello, Ohio. I'm from Ohio too. Okay, let's keep going. So, Iraq's economic shift has begun, and Iraq's Prime Minister Mohammed Shia Sudani affirms that the balance of foreign policy, which is pushing economic reforms, with the U.S. troops withdrawal, it is set for 2026. Eyes are open with Iraq's security self sufficiency and strong investment ties. Meanwhile, Baghdad and Erbil advance economic cooperation, resolving salary and oil disputes. Experts say that these moves could booster the investors' confidence and Iraq's financial stability. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of this throughout some of these news releases that were released this week. However, let's keep on going. Iraq's oil losses have been reported that Iraq has suffered massive financial losses due to the suspension of the Kurdistan regional's oil exports, with experts estimating damages over $15 billion. The Financial Committee confirmed a $13 trillion shortfall in the state revenue with a recent budget law amendment. We'll also get into those later on. The exports through the Turkey Seaham pipeline are set to resume, offering economic relief, which is a great thing. Meanwhile, officials stress that the importance of ensuring the Kurdistan employee salaries are paid. Analysts say that restoring the oil flows could stabilize Iraq's economy. Oh, goodness, there's a lot going on there, right? One cup of apple cider can help it. Well, I'll tell you what, I was doing some of the apple cider with the, I think it was olive oil, and cayenne pepper. I was doing those, mixing those together, doing those. And I have gotten some of the cranberries that was also put in there, pure cranberry, 100% cranberry. I actually got some of that yesterday, the not from concentrate. So I am trying that as well. But thank you for your prayers. I sure appreciate you guys. It's been a constant struggle. My whole life, I've kind of struggled with kidney, bladder stuff, and now it's pretty bad. I've actually fell down into renal stages. So, yeah, so I'm just trying to do everything natural and try to make sure I'm feeding the kidneys as much fluids as possible. Thank you guys for sharing that information with me. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, I have some ivermectin too. I am going to try that. We do have some of that. Okay, let's get back over here because Iraq has audit fights their corruption. So the Prime Minister, Mohammed Shia Sudani, has reaffirmed Iraq's commitment to combating corruption at the Internal Audit Conference, calling it the first time of defense against financial misconduct. With 12 trillion dinars allocated for service projects in 2024, he stressed that the internal audits ensure transparency and prevent public fund misuse. The government is strengthening audit mechanisms, prioritizing high-profile corruption cases, and pursuing stolen assets abroad. Officials emphasize that the accountability and integrity are key to restoring the public trust and advance economic reforms. And I do agree with that too. What about you guys? Do you guys agree that these audits are good for Iraq? Wow. Well, thank you for that. Saying my brother had problems with kidney failure, and the doctors in Hawaii had educated him about the apple cider. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. I have a bunch of apple cider upstairs, so it shouldn't be too hard to kind of add that in. I'm pushing as much fluids as possible, and I'm pushing the fruits and vegetables and limiting, I'm not eating any more pork, and I'm just doing as much as I can because I got to be here when you guys all exchange. You know what I'm saying? I want to exchange too. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, Jordan, I appreciate that. Yeah, they say that I needed to start looking for a kidney a match because I have the RHB negative blood, and they say that you have to have a certain blood for that. So they say that it's a rare blood and you have to have the exact match or whatever. I'm far from that where I need a kidney right now. But they're talking like, you know, if I don't get this under control or at least maintain the numbers that I'm at. So yeah, it's pretty scary stuff, huh? Okay, let's keep on going. Okay, so we have the pension law agreement that came up in our news this week. Iraq and the Kurdistan region have finalized an agreement to implement the Unified Pension Law number 9 of 2014, securing employment entitlements. The Kurdistan Ministry of Finance confirmed the deal, emphasizing that it aligns salary payment mechanisms across Iraq and the Kurdistan region. The Kurdistan regional government began enforcing the laws in July of 2024, marking a significant step towards financial stability and cooperation. Officials view this agreement as the foundation of resolving border economic disputes and strengthening facial unity between Baghdad and Erbil. And this has been a fight for a really long time. So it'll be like really nice when when they can just pay their salaries and it's no longer a problem, and we don't have to hear about it no more, you know? Dr. David Bernstein in Fort Lauderdale, and a holistic doctor. Interesting. That's very, very cool. I'm glad to hear that about you. Thanking God, he's such a good guy, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, I'll look into that. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. And they talked about the budget is the 2025 budget nears. That was a report that was put out. The Iraqi government is set to submit. And I want to remind you guys that these are my summaries. These are not the actual news articles. I summarize them all for an easy understanding. So that way we can get through these easy, because they use words that are sometimes, you can't understand what's going on. However, the Iraqi government is set to submit the 2025 budget. Again, they're only amending these budgets. These budgets have already been passed, but they make amendments to them. So the 2025 budget tables, though, to the Council of Representatives is in the coming days, according to the Parliamentary Finance Committee member Jamal Cougar, assures that the disputes and delays, employees and retiree salaries remain secure for the coming months and will be distributed without interruption. Lawmakers will review and study the budgets before proceeding with the vote. The budget approval process is expected to shape Iraq's financial planning for the years ahead. Like I said, it'll be nice when they do not have to keep on talking about these salaries. It'll be nice when Iraq can move forward. Let's see what else is going on in here. Yes, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. What is moringa powder? What is that? I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that up when I get off of here. Okay, so Barzani was in Dubai. So the Kurdistan Regional Prime Minister Mauser Barzani had arrived in the UAE to attend the World Government Summit in Dubai, leading a high-level delegation. The event ran from February 11th to yesterday, the 13th, bringing together global leaders to discuss the governance, the technology, and the economic development. Barzani was set to meet up with top officials to strengthen ties and expand the cooperation in trade, investment, and regional stability. His discussions was set to address Iraq evolving politically in their landscape. All sounds really good. All things in Iraq are starting to really move forward, and they're starting to get a hold of the corruption and releasing the corruption and talking about it. And we need to see them end all that so that way Iraq can step forward. Speaking about corruption and courts and stuff like that, courts uphold the laws. So Iraq's federal Supreme Court has ruled in favor of the parliamentary session that amended 3 key laws: the general amnesty law, the personal status law, and the property restitution law, or the real estate law, lifting the prior suspension orders. In the public hearing on Tuesday, the court dismissed the appeals from lawmakers challenging the amendment passed on January 21st, 2025. This decision reinforces the viability of legislation, disputes initial judicial intervention. The Supreme Judicial Council confirms that the laws cannot be halted before official publication, reinforcing parliamentary authority in the legislative matter. So it's really nice to see that even though there's a lot of stuff going on in Iraq, that they can get laws passed through parliament and they can all at least agree there. This is great. This is actually great news. And it shows that they have strong economic ties. The Iraqi financial advisor to Prime Minister Mohammed Shaleh affirmed that Iraq and the U.S. relations remain strong. Despite all the different articles that's been coming out, they've remained strong with deep economic trade and investment cooperation. And according to the Euphrates News, Saleh dismissed concerns about the tensions, attributing them to speculation tied to the shift in the U.S. administration policy. He emphasized that Iraq remains committed to the stable partnership, ensuring economic growth and diplomatic collaboration between the two nations. This is actually great news because we've read a lot of stuff in the last few weeks as Trump was coming into office, and he was setting some boundaries with Iraq and things like that. So it's nice to see that we're getting some good political reports in regards to that. The discovery of the East Baghdad oil field is a significant milestone for Iraq's energy sector. Let's talk about it. With the reserves now reaching 15 billion barrels, it's strengthening Iraq's position among the world's top oil producers. The involvement of the let me see what this is. I don't want to chop it up.
Wassup.
The Wassup oil company and Chinese firm, the EBS, as explorations of the development, showcasing growing international partnerships in Iraq's oil industries. The expansion will not boost national revenue, but will enhance the fuel supply for the power plants in the central and southern Iraq, supporting energy stability. Moreover, this reinforces Iraq's role in OPEC and the second largest oil producer. So that's pretty great for Iraq also. I know, right? I'm hoping for the dinar as well. I'm hanging on to my dinar and I'm hoping for Iraq to get it together and spend some time. And I think they're really pushing through with innovation, and we'll get to that at the very end of the show, but they are pushing forward. And here on this platform, if you're here with us each week, we talk about how Iraq made those steps. We're writing the history for them, basically. We're talking about their story and how they did it. So when it finally happens, we reported on it, and you guys were all here with me as we did it. Iraq demands information. The Iraqi Ministry of Finance has officially requested from the Kurdistan Regional Government to provide employees and retiree data, following guidelines from the Federal Supreme Court. The ministry also called for the transfer of non-oil revenues to ensure salary payments. This comes after an agreement of Law Number 9 of 2014. This was kind of a big deal this week regarding the employment entitlements. Disputes over salary distributions have caused delay and protest in the Kurdistan region. So yeah, they had been protesting this week in regards to this. And I would too, if I wasn't getting paid, wouldn't you guys? If you guys wasn't getting paid, put a 777 in the comments that you guys would be out there protesting too if you didn't get paid. All right, so Iraq's GDP has surged. Iraq's GDP has surpassed 260 billion, with local and foreign investments reaching nearly 60 billion, according to the Prime Minister's advisory, Mohammed Al-Darajri. I probably chopped that up. External debt has dropped significantly, now at a 9.8 billion, enabling a new era of external financing. Let me see this here real quick.
Darajee.
Oh, it's Darajee. Al-Darajee stressed the importance of profitable funding initiatives and diversifying investments, particularly outside the housing and real estate sector. Let's see. Are you guys getting advertisements in the middle? Oh gosh, YouTube puts those in there. Okay, so the Iraq approves the budget increases. This is pretty big too. The Iraqi Council of Ministry has approved a capital increase for Al Rashid Bank to 50 billion dinars. Additionally, the council decided to raise the reserves amount for several key projects, including residential complexes in a couple of the cities, including Nineveh and the and as well as upgrading to the this is another hard one.
Hamdania
sewage project. This moves are part of the ongoing effort to support the infrastructure development across the country. Sorry, guys, some of their names that are over there in Iraqi are kind of hard, so I just kind of go with the flow here. Yeah, exactly. You guys would be out there protesting. I would too if I wasn't getting paid. Okay, and here's more on the salaries. They have been doing this for a while. I know that the federal government had stopped the ruling on the lawsuits filed by the Iraqi president against the prime minister. So just so you guys know, yes, the president actually put a lawsuit on the prime minister, al-Sudani, and the Ministry of Finance regarding the delayed salaries in the Kurdistan region. The case will be reviewed further with the final results for February 18th. So that's in a few days. The president seeks the resolution of the ongoing salary disputes, emphasizing the need for a constitutional clarity. So it's getting pretty serious. If the president puts a lawsuit on the prime minister, yeah, I guess he probably had to if the people wasn't getting paid. Wow, Calvin, that's a mouthful. So the Iraqi president and the UAE, the Iraqi president Abdullah Shafjami Rashid, arrived at the United Arab Emirates on Wednesday, and for the official visit, he was set to participate in the ongoing World Government Summit, which we knew about that. There was no further details disclosed by the president's media office, so we didn't have a whole lot on that. We only have a few more left, guys. The Iraq's dollar dilemma. What's going on there? So the United States dollar remains deeply integrated into Iraq's economy, functioning amongst the parallel currency, especially in the oil exports and daily transactions. However, older dollar bills, particularly those before 2003, are facing growing rejection from traders and the official offices due to counterfeiting concerns and the new introduction of newer, more secure notes. While the Central Bank of Iraq continues to accept all the US dollar bills, many businesses are reluctant to handle the older designs, offering lower exchange rates and refusing them altogether. The issue reflects a shift in Iraq's financial landscape, fueled by security risk and evolving market preferences. Oh, goodness. So did you get what that was about? They're not accepting the United States dollar, the older notes. It's not one thing and another, isn't it? Oh, I got it. You stole that from the Three Stooges. Okay, Iraq is the U.S. ally. We heard about that. Gabriel Soma, a consultant for the former President Donald Trump, describes Iraq as a key point in the U.S. security and vital ally. Speaking on the Samaritan TV forum, the latter program, Sama emphasizes the importance of the Iraq to the United States, noting that Iraq is critical for regional security. He also criticizes the Shiite faction loyal to Iran, questioning their role, giving a presence of the Iraqi army and highlighting their risk, particularly regarding Syria. Some reaffirm that Iraq remains a strong ally with deep ties to the U.S., which is good because, I mean, they don't just got the United States over there. They got the whole international coalition. That's many countries. It's not just the United States. So Iraq should feel pretty secure. Okay, and Iraq achieves maritime milestone. This is pretty big for Iraq, this next one. Iraq has reached a significant milestone in maritime regulations with the International Maritime Organization, the IMO, officially recognizing an Iraqi auditor for the first time, Captain Zain al-Abidin Adel Abdul Mamin has been certified under the IMO member state audit scheme, the IMSAS, marking a historical achievement for Iraq's Ministry of Transport and the port sector. This certification will help Iraq prepare for upcoming mandatory IMO audits, advancing compliance with global maritime standards and improving port operations. This move is seen as critical for boosting international confidence and streamlining Iraq's maritime governance. Let's see, and we got one more here. The UNDP applauds Iraq's reforms. The United Nations Development Program has commended that the Iraqi government economic reforms, anticipating positive outcomes for the third reform package by 2026 and 2027. The UNDP's resident representative in Baghdad highlighted key achievements, including the adoption of 3-year budget framework and improved its digital payment regulations and anti-money laundering efforts. The upcoming reforms aim to strengthen Iraqi's banking sector, enhance financial access for youth and small businesses, and ensure greater transparency in the public service. Latsma was his name. He also recommended establishing a more digital financial system and better consumer protection laws. That is going to be with your innovation. That's where innovation is going to come from, the digital finance that's coming aboard. So that was last week's information going into this week's. A lot on the salaries and getting those distributed to their citizens and the people that worked, their retirees and their government workers. Most of the workers in Iraq are government workers. They still need to build up Iraq. So we're seeing a lot of things there. Well, I'm not going to keep you guys. My gosh, it's already 28 minutes in. I cannot believe that. I really can't believe it. I get it done in like 10 minutes when we're when I'm doing it pre-recorded. So what are you guys' plans today? Are you guys going out? Are you guys spending time with your wives, your girlfriends, both? What's going on in our audience? Are you guys staying in? Are you guys I'm going to be staying in. My husband and I, we went out on Tuesday. We went to a really nice Brazilian steakhouse with my sister-in-law and her hubby, and we kind of just went out then, and we did a little bit of Valentine's last night. I gave my daughter a Valentine's. I gave her she likes to do nails. She did my nails, guys. She likes to do nails, and so I gave her a drill so that way she could do my nails. And that was pretty cool. And then tonight she's going to her boyfriend's game, and we're going to probably just watch a movie and have a movie night. Calvin, are you saying who has the kidney problem? I have a kidney problem. My kidney functions numbers are going down, and they went down significantly. So I'm having to drink lots of tea and honey and keep pushing a lot of fluids, and I'm pushing fruits and vegetables. and I'm just trying to stay healthy, stress-free and healthy. I hope everybody here has a fabulous Valentine's Day and a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys back here next Friday. And I'm going to start doing a live like maybe once a month, because it seems like everybody really likes when I go live. Organic beetroot. Is it beetroot? Beetroot? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope those med beds are real, Donna. Because if med beds are real, I definitely need to get in one. I need some rejuvenation of my my kidney for sure. Libby, I hope you have a wonderful Happy Valentine's to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you really liked what we were doing here today, please share us in your groups and stuff like that, so that way other people can find us. Hello, Scotland. What are some Valentine's ideas, guys? I need some Valentine ideas. I know that's right. They're saying many of us need them, but are skeptical if they're real. Big Chicken Neck said that. That's a good name. Yeah, I really do hope the med beds are real. You know, when I think of a med bed, I think of a hyperbaric bed. Because I don't know if you guys are familiar with those, but they're in hospitals. I'm a diver, and I know that they rush divers that have like narcosis, nitrogen narcosis, if they get sick from being underneath the water or coming up too fast and gas builds up in their body and it could go to their brain. We rush them to a hyperbaric bed, and I know that hyperbaric beds, they put people in there that had like burn victims, and I know that the Shriners Institute for Burn Children, they go in those and they rejuvenate the skin. So I would think that if anything, that these beds already exist. If it's just, only giving my opinion, I'm not giving a professional opinion here, but if I was giving my opinion, I would relate those to those hyperbaric beds. Those people have to have like extra special certifications, and I know that a lot of those departments are under non-disclosure agreements. And I have a little bit of experience with people that have worked with those type of people. Yes, frequency and vibration. Yes, so I've been listening to a lot of really calm frequencies, just listening. And I've also been listening to some of the HemiSync. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. I listen to a lot of the HemiSync on YouTube. Are they real? SG Anon spoke about it the other day on his show, Case as a World Fair, which seems logical. I mean, with advanced as some of the stuff that I've read with like SpaceX and stuff like that, you would think that ZM, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Maybe you could give some information in here or under something in our feed in our community chat on those hyperbaric beds. Those beds are really, really, really advanced, and they do have some major life-changing abilities. So when I think about a med bed, that's the first place my mind goes to. And if they've been able to innovate them in any type of way, I would think that's how they were able to get med beds to help. Lightweight patch may help with lightweight therapy. You know, I don't know if you guys remember, but back when I did the, and if you go back into my videos, there was a video that I did with the truth tour video I did. There was a girl there that hooked me up to a med bed and I show it in that video. She brought a portable med bed thing where you put your finger in it, it scans your finger, and it reads the vibration in your body, and she was able to give me some treatments for my bladder, and it did work for a little bit. There was a noticed difference, but I haven't had it back since then. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. Donna Pearson, McPherson, I wish that I could get a hold of her. Dr. Barbara Anil, I wish I could get a hold of her. Yeah. Yeah, so for anybody that didn't want to hear this whole video, I will put another video up that kind of cuts out all this, the chatter that we're doing. For anybody that doesn't want to hear all this, sometimes I get people that complain about when I do the lives with you guys. It's so weird. It's weird to me that they come to our station and then they complain and I'm doing something free for them. Tells you that the hearing equipment is there. Okay, I will do that, Donna. Mark Atwood. Okay, I never heard of him. I'll look him up. Well, it's good to see you, 12 pack. It's good to see you, everybody. Thank you for being here with us today. We are already at 35 minutes. Oh my goodness, I cannot even believe it. See what happens? Time flies when you're having fun. This is fun for me, coming on and talking with you guys. Well, again, I hope you guys have a fabulous Valentine's Day, and thank you for spending your time with me and tuning in. I appreciate you guys. And Sophia, hi. Everybody, hi. Whoever I didn't say hi to, hi. ZM Newsfood. They always put hashtag newsfood in our comments. I love that. That's so cool. He trends that here on our station, and we appreciate you guys. So happy Valentine's Day. I hope everybody has a wonderful day and is filled with love. And if you don't have somebody there, I'm here with you right now, and here's my love. I'm sending it to you. I'll see you guys next week, everyone. Thank you for being here with us, and I'll see you soon. Bye.